Good morning, students.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much for joining our today's class. What is the total strength of your class? Is it only 6?
11, sir.
11. Will the students be joining a bit late?
I think they'll be joined now, sir.
We can wait. This is the first class, first day, first hour. So it is not a big issue. So I just want to know about you people because you people are facing me for the first time, I think. Any alumni here? Any alumni here?
Yes, sir. Except,
Arul Anandi, you are an alumni?
yes, sir. I did my BTech in EMT.
Oh, EMG, yeah, not in
Uh,
ECE.
no, sir.
Okay, okay. Passed out?
2020, sir.
2020. Okay. Anybody else? Two Evangelines are there. Belinda, can you introduce yourself? See, this class will be always an interactive class, right? If possible, you can always keep your mic in the unmute condition also. Belinda, are you there? Okay, we'll go to Derish. Derish, can you introduce yourself?
Sir, I did my BTech in Carney, sir, EC, sir.
You are an alumni.
Yes, sir.
That's what I was asking. How many alumni are here? Which batch?
2020 best, sir.
2020, just passed.
Yes.
Okay. EC only?
Yes, sir. But I haven't attended your class, sir.
Okay, I also
Yeah, first
haven't
time.
seen a name like this. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Harshit Paul?
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Sir, 2019 pass out batch. Easy.
You are also from our university only.
Yes, sir.
2019,
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So worked in Accenture for 1 year.
Okay. Then you came back.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Harshit. Evangeline PS.
Sir, 2020 passed it, sir. ECE.
That's why I asked you people how many alumni are here. ECE, Evangeline PS.
Yes, sir.
Did I teach you?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Thanks, Evangeline.
Okay, sir.
Rockefeller Singh Russells.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Okay.
I'm 2018 passed out, sir. I'm not an alumni of Karunya.
Okay. You are from where? Which place? Because I see Russell is there, Rockefeller is there, Singh is there.
I'm
Getting a
from
bit confused.
Coimbatore, sir. Pollachi, sir.
You are from?
Pollachi, sir.
You are from Pollachi only. Okay.
Yeah.
Where you did your BTech and all those things when you passed out from your undergraduate?
2018 passed out, sir. ECE, Sri Ishwar College of Engineering, sir.
Okay. Sri Ishwar College of Engineering. Okay. Is there any secret behind your name? Rockefeller,
Nothing,
Singh,
sir.
Russells? No. Okay.
No.
Thanks, ma.
Yeah.
Evangeline Persis.
Good morning, sir.
Okay.
I'm from Uti, sir, and I did my PE in CSI College of Engineering.
There in Ooty itself.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Passed out?
2020, sir.
2020. Okay. Misha Maniyandan. I think I taught you in the previous year, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You were 2020 or 2019?
Sir, 2020 passed out, sir.
2020 passed out. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Arul Anandi?
Sir?
Yeah. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, sir. Sir, I did my BTech in EMT. So in Karunya only.
Okay.
2020 passed out, sir.
2020 passed out. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, students. Where is Belinda? Belinda left? Okay. People will join. When we join, we can have an introduction about them also, because for you, it may not be a new one, but for me, you people are new faces. Not new faces, at least new names, right? The current scenario, most probably, your current semester will be also only in online. I don't see any steps taken for inviting you to the institution, because again, the second wave of COVID-19 is increasing. So it will be only an online thing. But the thing is, how much you learn from these difficult situations. That is very, very important. It's not that face to face. Only if I see face to face, I can learn. I need not go into that shell. Wherever we are, whatever we do, try to learn something. Right? That is what finally it will be useful to you. Right? So the first and foremost thing I request from is, I need you people to create a WhatsApp group, because I'm not sure when online.karnia.edu will be in existence. If I want to share any important information, WhatsApp group is very, very important. Do you have any group for this MTech, first MTech classes, or if possible, can we have a separate group like that?
Yes, sir.
Nikhila Paul, good morning. Nikhila Paul. Okay. Harshit, can you you have any WhatsApp group for this class?
Yes, sir.
Can you for this class, or you have something for all the classes?
For all the classes, not for this class.
Pardon?
We have group for all the classes.
For all the classes of this semester?
Previous semester.
Previous semester may not work out. Okay, maybe they can move out on their own, maybe the faculties. Can you include me also in that group?
So I'll create a new group of this class
Okay.
subject.
Okay, I will just give my number in the chat box.
Sure, sir.
Can you see my number?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You please include me also in the chat box, in the WhatsApp group, so that any information or any communication I can give to you quickly. So the way in which we need to learn will be different from BTech. ME is not same as that of your BTech. Belinda, good morning.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Belinda, can you introduce yourself? Pardon?
I have lost the internet connection in between.
Okay,
sir.
okay, no issues. Can you introduce yourself?
I'm Linda and I'm from Salem, sir. I'm alumni of Karunya, passed out in 2020.
Okay, you did your BTech here only?
Yes, sir.
Okay, which branch?
ECE, sir.
ECE only. Belinda, what's your full name?
Linda Bernard. Linda.
You are Anita ma'am student.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, okay. You joined back. Where are your batchmates?
They are in VLSI, sir.
Oh, they are in VLSI, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, it's Nikila.
Yeah. Good morning, Nikila. How are you? Okay, she lost her.
Yeah, yes, sir, I'm good, sir.
Yeah, okay, Nikila. Okay. So we have only two people outside Karunya, right? Evangeline Persis and Rockefeller Singh
I
Russells.
used to come for soft computer.
Yeah, I know. I remember you. I remember you. How can I forget
Yeah.
Nikhila Paul? No way. Okay. So Evangeline Persis and Rockefeller Singh Russells, you people are the odd one out, but I hope the previous semester you would have come across a few protocols and regulations of our university too. I am not sure whether you will be having your next academic year at least in the university. Otherwise, you are going to have your MTech degree without even visiting the university. But as I told you, be as a group, that is very, very important. ME is not the same as BTech. In BTech, our maturity level is bit low, right? And we tend to make something different. But when you go for your MTech, it is all about your future career or something like that. So having a good friends network is always very, very important. Only if you have a very good friends network, you can share some information. You can go for getting some help from them because we do not know. You never know where your help is going to come from, right? So mingle very well. Maybe you are not in the same place. Maybe the alumni students even they may be from different sections, but have a strong network among yourself so that one can be helpful to the other. Right? This is what I feel is missing in the BTech sections. At least maybe because of the huge strength of the BTech in our department, maybe that is something different. But when you go for an MTech, you are only hardly 9 students now. So always try to form a good network, good stuff so that it is going to be there till your life. That will be always much more better. So technically, I will be handling, maybe I will introduce about myself. I am Dr. Jude Hemant. I am working as associate professor in our department, and all the other people might be knowing about me. They would have seen me for Evangeline Persis and Rockefeller Singh Russells. I joined here in the year 2006. For the past 15 years, we are here. We are here, and batches after batches, we are looking at and passing the days. That will be interesting. But nowadays, in the initial stage, in the initial days, we can remember all the students. But when you grow old, right, it is very difficult, very tough to remember the students. So it soon awaits from your memory. But still, when we go for an MTech, I can recollect all the students maybe from 2008 onwards when we started MTech in our department, because the strength usually for MTech is very low. The maximum seat capacity is only 20, and the number of students we get is also quite low. So MTech students, we always have an different opinion or different connection with MTech students. So even you are from 2020 passed out, or maybe maximum 2019 passed out, but still your way in which you are going to deal must be different. You cannot have again the same mindset of a BTech student and do all stuff. If you take MTech maybe 15 years back or 16 years back, you can see only people above 30 or 35 going for the higher studies. Right? Hardly, only one student may be a fresh student. All the others will be only people who worked for 5 years, 6 years from companies, from academia or something like that. But for the past 5 or 6 years, the trend has completely changed. It shows the competition, right? It shows the competition in the job market or in the career. So you should be very, very clear on what you are going to do at the end of your MTech. Okay? Suppose if you are going to get married and go away, then that's fine. That is absolutely fine. But otherwise, if you have a plan, if you think that I can contribute to the society, then it is very, very important that you should have a clear-cut plan. 2 years will fly just like that. Already 6 months gone, and 6 months. These 6 months are also going to go very quickly. Right? So have some plan with you what I'm going to do and proceed in that specific way. And technical stuffs are very, very important. In BTech, normally you end up in a software company or something like that. So those people are going to check your knowledge and stuff. something like this. They say your CGPA they don't make much impact in the selection process. But when you go for your MTech, the scenario completely changes, right? How many companies will come for taking you for a software job is a big question mark, right? And Harshit Pal came from Accenture, right? Because he's not comfortable there. That's why he came back, maybe, right? So when you get into MTech, the way in which you are going to deal is completely different, right? Maybe research and development is one biggest advantage when you go for your higher studies, right? So when we say R&D, it is not something different. Nothing is going to come from heaven, right? People just make a big hell out of that. But it is normally as simple as any other knowledge gathering process. Right? But the protocol, the regulations are a bit different. That's it. But otherwise, again, it is going to be the same. So that's a good option for you to enter into R&D, research and development, and you can also enter into academia if you are interested. R&D, you have the Baba Atomic Research Center, so many ISRO, HAL, they look for mostly postgraduate students for their process, for their protocols. And there are many labs outside, right? Many labs outside looking for MTech students. When I say outside, not within India, outside India, where you have more and more opportunities and probabilities of leading into a career. That is also there, right? So apart from software, you need to also concentrate. For this, you need to have a good technical stuff, technical background. That is the purpose why we are here. Why we are here. When I say technical stuff, you will be learning many subjects. Right? You will be learning many subjects. If you carefully observe the subjects, whatever you have learned from BTech, the same may be there, right? But with a bit more extension. A bit more extension, right? So when you say, when you learn, when you go for BTech, it is like a Annapurna meals, right? How many of you have had food in Annapurna? An afternoon or a dinner meals there? Anyone? Or Anand Bhavan anywhere? So I need some reply. Nobody had your lunch there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, thanks, Sarvanandi. Right? So it is like you will have all variety of taste, right? You will have the sweet, you will have the bitter taste, you will have the sour taste, all sort of things will be there, right? So BTech is something like you are tasting everything in a single stretch, right? I will advise you not to get into any specialization when you go into a specific BTech course, because first you must taste. First, you must understand, because whatever I like will not be equal to whatever you like. You need to taste, right? So once you taste all the stuffs, right? Suppose if you get a second serving of your rice, right? Then what normally we say? What normally we say? What normally we will call for? Someone which we already liked, right? Among those tastes, we will like something and we will go for adding some more on that specific stuff, right? Then we call for those people and ask for that. That is your MTech, right? Your rice is going to be the same. Your sambar, your rasam, your curd, or whatever it may be, it is going to remain the same. But the thing is, you are going to have an extension. Then you will realize what is your area of interest. It's not in BTech. BTech, everything is okay, fine. You have a knowledge on something. But when you go into your MTech, when you come out of your MTech, you must be in a position to say that I like sambar. Right? Again, if you say that I am not able to find out which one I go for, let me keep on asking for another serving, then that things will not work. Right? So that's the difference between your BTech and MTech. So MTech, when you come out, you need to have a specialization in your basic communication systems, if you are from communication systems. And you must know that different branches of communication systems exist. So all those branches are given to you in terms of subjects, right? You will have your communication protocols, digital communication will be there, then signal and image processing will be there, then analog communication will be there, radio communication will be there. So these are different aspects, right? But when we study ME, normally we think this is my subject, this is one subject, this is one subject. But when you categorize those subjects into some groups, you can find out the topmost umbrella. All the subjects may not be of interest to you, like the Annapurna meals. When they serve, you may not like everything, but something will be definitely of interest to you, right? Pick that, choose that, and try to master in that specific area. So when you come out of your MTech, you can boldly say that I am also able to contribute in that specific area to the society or the research community or whatever it may be. Right? And for postgraduate, there are excellent number of internship opportunities. I am basically from a background of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and the related stuffs, image processing and signal processing. And basically, my MTech was also communication systems, which I did from 2004 to 2006. Not here, from 2004 to 2006. But inside communication systems, there was a subject which I think it is called as soft computing. And that subject was of much interest to me. Then I went to the professor. She was a very good professor. I went to her and I was with her for the second year completely. Right? I was with her for the second year completely, learning all the nooks and corners and the protocols or regulations of subcomputing. So when I came out of my MTech, I had a confidence. The story I'm saying is long back. I had a confidence that I can do something on this specific area. So again, I went into my doctoral degree on that specific area, and now I am very confident that we can do something on that. That should be the way how your career should move on. But for that, you need to have some self-learning within you. It is not always the faculty members teaching, right? When you go for your BTech, more effort will be from the faculty members and less effort from your side. But when you go for your MTech, the scenario should reverse. If the scenario is not reversed, it means that you are being spoiled. You are being spoiled. You should have the habit of self-learning. Maybe library is not important now. You have the online facilities everywhere. You have Google, you have many blogs who share information about your specific area of interest, and you can get into that completely. You have time also. The interesting thing is you are in your home. The wastage of time is very, 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 very less. So it will not be a big issue for you people to spend a bit more time on that. Right? And suppose if you feel that your area of interest needs some support from programming or some extra additional thing, you can also learn that. This is the right time. Learning is not that easy, right? Learning is always difficult. Nobody can learn in a single day. Learning is always difficult. But once you get into that, the difficulty, the level of difficulty slowly reduces. Right? It is going to slowly reduce, and at one point of time, you will feel comfortable. That is the nature. That's the law of nature. You cannot change nature. So never ever you think that this is tough, this is difficult, or this is complex. I cannot go into that. No, it is not like that. Do you like it? Right? Do you like it? You cannot say that I don't like any of the concepts here. You need to choose something and try to pay your attention in that. Right? Try to develop your own skill. So when you come out of your second year of your MTech, you will be confident enough to move to pursue your career, maybe your doctoral career, or maybe you go for as an intern outside India, or you get a job into research R&D labs within India or outside India. So I feel there are plenty of opportunities outside India for MTech, or at least for MTech communication system, because most of it, I don't know much about VLSI and all those electronic stuff. Right? But I feel in my own experience, there are lots and lots of scope for 5G communication. There are many communication stuffs coming up, and along with that, you have the data analysis, machine learning, and artificial intelligence also. So definitely, it is going to be useful to you. The course you have chosen, MTech Communication Systems, is a very good one, because when you go out, your degree will be ECE, BTech, and in ECE, electronics is one part, communication is one part. Electronics is the basic tool, communication is the application. So when you come out of your MTech, when you say I am communication systems, people will think that you have learned something in the next part of your BTech. The flow will be there. The flow will be always there. So please take all these concepts into your mind and prepare well accordingly. Prepare well accordingly. Right? You never know what happens the next year, right? Due to this pandemic situation, how our life is going to turn out, we cannot predict. Maybe we may plan for marriage, but sometimes we may be asked to take a career, or we may look for a career, we may end up in a marriage, whatever it may be. Try to make use of these 2 years, and when you come out, you should be a confident MTech student, not the same thing which you faced when you were in your final year, right? And the subject which we are going to see, or which we are going to learn for the next 3 months or so, is data compression techniques, right? Data compression techniques. I hope you would have heard about JPEG, MPEG, and all these stuffs. These are all compression process, and maybe you would have used some online compression tool also. So we are going to see what are the different compression methods or compression techniques which are available for data. So whenever we say data, you need to understand that you have 2 types of data, analog and digital data. But analog data is the real-time data, right? A communication between 2 human beings. How can I communicate? Any idea? How human beings communicate between each other or among a group?
By audio, sir.
By audio. Thanks, Derish. Thank you very much. Right? Audio is a 30% correct answer, but a bit more correct answer is sense organs. Sense organs, right? Normally, people do not give much importance to the sense organs. They talk about the brain, heart, and if any things happens immediately, we will lose our life and all those stuff, kidney, lungs, and all things. People never talk about sense organs. But go to a blind person, right, and ask him how he is facing the life. That is the time when you realize the importance of a sense organs. We normally take it for granted. But these are the sense organs in God's creation which are useful for communication between 2 human beings. When I say communication between 2 human beings, something is transferred. We call it as data. So analog data or natural data are something which are revolving around those 5 sense organs. You have ear, you have eyes, you have mouth, you have tongue, you have skin, and all those stuffs, right? So as Derish pointed out, when we come across ear, right, immediately audio signals come into existence. We had audio signals which we can hear. So all the types of data which revolves around the audio signals can come under that category. When we talk about our mouth or tongue, our speech signals, right? Speech signals will come into play, right? We call it as deaf and dumb. Deaf and dumb means your ear and mouth are closely related. That means your audio and speech signal, they are closely related. So these are under specific category. Then we have the eyes, very important. So eyes talks about image, video, your graphics, animation, everything. Right? Video is not that what we watch. It is just like because a single frame is being continuously given in a quick period of time. So that is another type of data. Then we have another category of data based on our skin. Right? Skin, what is the purpose of skin? We feel. Now I feel a bit hot. Right? Then heart, how do I quantify heart? Temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. Right? A text data or a number data, you write in a note. You cannot show it in the form of an image. That is your abstract feeling, whether you are feeling cold or you are feeling hot, all those things, you cannot show it in the form of an image, right? You can, if I tell that, that's fine, but you cannot again feel that. Normally, those data are given in the form of a text or a number. Right? So basically, these God's creation data, your text, your audio, your video, your image, graphics, animation, everything are called as analog data. But normally we mistakenly say we go for CRO. CRO will generate some data when we say that it is analog data, which is actually wrong. It doesn't have any information. That is only a replica of your analog data. But whenever you talk about data, remember, when you end up with any other career, remember your data will be text, audio, image, and video. These are the 4 major data. Text can be in the form of a number also. Now, these are the data, real-time data. But when we go for a processing, maybe I ask you, maybe what is your name or where are you from? Arul Anandi, where are you from? She says, I am from so-and-so place. Right? She returned back. That means my data is reaching that human being and her brain is doing some process. Right? And this brain is going to give some other instruction to her mouth or leg. Again, she will reply back. So when I go into a machine, nowadays we do all things with a machine, right? Human-machine interaction. How the machine is going to reply back? For that, first Arul Anandi should understand what I'm speaking. But a computer is not created by God, it is created by a human being. Right? So we need to convert that data into its understandable form, which we call it as digital data. Right? Which we call it as digital data. But digital data is again a fake data, which is not actually real. Only because your computer understands digital representation, we go for that specific data. But how do you convert your real-time data into a digital data? Mathematics, right? Mathematics. Mathematics is the interface which is useful for converting your original raw text, video, image into a a digital data for processing by computer, and then you will get the result. All these data concepts, when a human interacts with a human, no problem of data, right? You can store your data, your memory will fade away, and it will be easily erased. But when a concept of robotics, machine learning, artificial intelligence came into this world, people immediately talked about human-machine interaction. That is where all these digital concepts and everything come into picture. But our concept is you can process and give the output, but how much amount of data you are going to store, right? When I looked at Nikila Paul and Misha Manigandan, I could recognize that these are people whom I taught, right? So even when I looked at Belinda, I could recognize her, right? Maybe 2 years, because of 2 years. But if somebody is there from maybe 15 years back or 10 years back, then it's not possible for me. That's the way God has created my brain, right? It is a volatile memory. It will automatically fade away. New data will be stored. So there is a capacity requirement. There is a capacity requirement in the devices, even when you go for an artificial stuff. So it's very, very important. If I can store more amount of data, if I can recognize all those things which happened during my first standard or second standard, right? That is the way how we can grow up. How can I incorporate in that in a machine? For that, I need to store the data, but for storing that huge amount of data, even God did not have any process. He had used the weapon of erasing or having a volatile memory. But when you go for an artificial machine, we try to put the data in a compressed form so that the storage capacity will be there. So whenever I give a data, it can process and give me the output. Right? So storage capacity, storage capacity, storage capacity. That is all about compression. And during my days, when we want to watch a movie, there will be a big video cassette. I am not sure how many of you have seen that video cassette. You will have some reels and everything, some tape-like structures are there. Right? You will have only one movie for that big one. Nowadays, in a small pen drive, you can have 4 movies or 5 movies, even more than that. How is it possible? Right? Just make the human life comfortable by reducing the size of the data. But remember, text data should be dealt in a different way. Audio data should be dealt in a different way. Video, image, and all these stuffs should be dealt in a different way. That is what we are going to study in our subject. Right? It is mostly related with data analysis, and we will be talking about text. No electronics. Electronics will not be there. We will see many algorithms or methods which the researchers developed. Researchers like you, right? When you go to IIT or any other institutions, they will have MTech students, interns, and everything. Everyone joined together, and they used to develop stuffs. Right? JPEG algorithm was developed in IIT Madras. Right? So such type of algorithms, we are going to learn how a text data can be compressed, and if possible, you can also think of going for developing something new. That will be the most interesting thing at the end of this subject or this specific course. So subject-wise, we'll have the same process. You'll have 30 internals. You'll have the external. All the protocol will remain the same. That I need not explain to you. From the next class onwards, I will go into the technical concepts. I will suggest the book names and all those things. And if we can have the class as an interactive one, so whenever you feel like ask question, you can also ask question. Is it okay?
Okay.
Sir.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I need some reply, right? Because I'm not seeing your faces as if I'm talking to some mirror or wall. I am just talking, right? With an assumption that you people are there. So only if you say at least yes, sir, no, sir, okay, sir, whatever it may be, I will feel a bit comfortable. At least for my sake, you please open your mouth and let me know. Let me check whether the attendance is available in EduServe or not. Yeah, we have got the attendance is available in the EduServe itself, so I can mark there. Rubina Grace Tamilarasi, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
You are an alumni?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. Which batch? Which department?
2016 to 20, sir.
2016 to 20.
Yes, sir, yes.
Interesting. Which branch?
EMT, sir.
EMT. What were you doing for the past days? Working?
No, sir, I just finished. I
Oh,
joined.
you are 2020 passed out. Okay, sorry.
Yes, yes.
I thought you were a 2016. So you are classmate of Arulanandi.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, okay. I thought you were passed out from 2016. Okay.
Yeah.
Please come on time.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I missed it.
Okay, that's fine. This is the first day, so that's okay. I have only 9 students in my login, in my EduServe. I think only 9 students we have. Maybe they have not paid the fees or something like. Misha,
Present, sir.
Karthikeyan, absent. Arshit Paul,
Present, sir.
Arulanandi,
Yes, sir.
Derish,
Yes, sir.
Evangeline,
Present, sir.
Nikila, Paul,
Present, sir.
Belinda,
Present, sir.
Evangeline Persis.
Present, sir.
Other names are not here. So the only absentees for today's session is Karthikeyan. Okay, Rubina Grace, I think. Okay, Nikila. Rubina Grace and the other one, she left. That Russell. Your names are not in the EduServe. Okay, you please check with your mentor.
Yes, sir, sure. Thank you.
Karthikeyan is the only absent today. Okay, students, thank you very much. We will meet in the next session.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.